Thursday Theories, week number 39. Here we go. Don't just remove problems or temptations, replace them. I heard this actually teen night at our church a number of years ago. A young man made that statement similar to that, and that really stuck with me because he talked about when you've got weeds in your yard, and if you just pull the weed up, the weed's going to come back. Or you leave a hole that's there for other things to grow into. But if you take that weed out and you replace it with something, that changes the landscape quite literally. And he applied that to our lives as well. And I think that's a very important thing to understand is that whether that's a change in exercise that we're trying to do, whether it's a change in our diet that we're trying to do, social media habits, whatever, we just say, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. But if you don't put something in its place, you've got this hole that wants to refill itself with time, with desire, with whatever that may be. So it's important that as a leader that we're looking at doing those things, but also I think as a teacher, as we're teaching students skills about how to study and how to write or how to read or take a test or whatever that is, we tell them, okay, you've got this temptation when you're studying to scroll in your social media too. Okay. And we tell them, don't do that. Okay. I think that next level is take the phone, put that away, focus on this for a certain amount of time. And if you're really struggling with that, put a timer on. Okay. Study for X amount of time and go back and slowly wean your way off of that. I think trying to get people to go cold turkey is a very difficult thing when we're trying to change lifestyles or decision-making processes of things. That also then becomes incumbent upon us as leaders, as we're working with people within our organization, to train them in that same way. How do we go through and teach them, okay, this habit that you've got that's not working for you or is detrimental to your success, we tell them, stop doing that. Again, if you stop doing that, we're going to focus on that hole that's there, that gap that's there, and we know what went in that gap, and our focus becomes what was in the gap. But if we can put it out of sight and out of mind by replacing it with something, now we have the opportunity for real change in there. Okay? So encourage your people. It's not just removing problems and temptations, but it's figuring out what are you going to replace them with. And that's how, as teachers, we can teach our students to be successful. That is how, as leaders, we can teach the people within our organization to be more successful, because now they are focusing on the things that they need to, and they have the things removed that they don't need to be worrying about. So there's our Thursday thoughts for week number 39. Hope you have a great week.